Wondering where to start when it comes to investing in the stock market? Let me give you some tips to becoming a beginner investor. Let's start. How much money do you need to get started? Now, there's no real lower limit, but things you need to take into consideration is brokerage fees and the profits that you're likely to get. And you actually can start getting invested in the stock market for as little as $5 if you use a micro investing app like Acorns. But I would suggest you put more than $5 in there, but you can build up over time. But if you're thinking of going directly into the market, I would suggest something around $2,000 is a good starting point. You can go lower. You can buy just $100 worth of shares if you want, but because of brokerage fees, you probably want to start with, I'd say $2,000 is a great amount. So what's your goal? What's your reason for wanting to invest in the stock market? I mean, to make money, right? There are plenty of ways to invest in the stock market, different strategies for different people. Do you want the dividend income? Do you just want to set and forget and hope it grows over time? Or do you like the thrill of trading every day? There are plenty of ways that you can invest in the stock market. I've actually made a video on investing for either dividend income or for growth, and I'll link that above in the cards. It might help. So your first step is to set up an account with an online broker. You don't need a full service broker. They're too expensive, and you'll only be using the account for trading anyway. There's plenty of different online brokers to consider. You might prefer E-Trade or Fidelity or CommSec, it doesn't matter. So each have different rules and different brokerage costs. Some require that you set up a specialized account to put your trading money into. Some you can link it directly to your bank account. Now, diversification is important because you don't want to put all your money into the one stock in case something happens to that company. I recommend, if you've never invested in the stock market before, go with exchange traded funds. Exchange traded funds are just like an index fund that you can trade on the stock market that has 20, 30, 100 companies just with the one trade. I recommend the Vanguard exchange traded funds if you're new to investing. Although there's plenty of different types of exchange traded funds that you can choose from. You can choose high yield stocks, you can choose growth companies, you can choose to invest overseas. There are plenty of different options. You buy them through your online broker, just like regular stocks, and you can buy and sell at any time. If you've done your research and you know what to buy, whether that's a direct share or an exchange traded fund, next is to set up your buy orders. What price do you want to pay? I'd say look at the price of the stock over the past week just to see what its lows are, what its highs are, and choose a figure within that range that you're comfortable with. Then you can set up a limit order, which means the trade will only take place if the stock hits that price. So you won't be paying more than you expect to pay. The market doesn't have to be open to set up this limit order. You can do it at night when you've got plenty of time to do your research, and the next day or the next few days, if the stock hits that price, it will automatically make that trade for you. So let's say that's all gone to plan. You're now a stockholder. Congratulations, you're an investor. Just a tip, if you just bought shares in a company, don't look at it over the next few days, because you know what's going to happen. The price is going to go down. It's Murphy's Law. It always happens. It happens to me too, but don't worry about it. It will go back up eventually. If you found this video helpful, I've got more like this coming in the future, so subscribe if you don't want to miss out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.